Welcome to another edition of Our City. As we move into September, I hope everyone's enjoying back to school and all of the kids are now doing homework. On Wednesday, September 14th at 5 o'clock, I'm going to join the Greater Elizabeth Chamber of Commerce, their 18th annual dinner cruise. It will depart from 330 South Front Street. For more information on this event, please call the Chamber of Commerce at 908-355-7600. And on Thursday, September 15th, I'm going to join members of the Salvadoran community as well as other Elizabeth residents for a flag-raising ceremony. This event will take place in front of City Hall, located at 50 Winfield Scott Plaza. On Sunday, September 18th, I'm going to join members of the African American community as the African American Heritage Parade. It'll kick off at Union Square, located on Elizabeth Avenue and High Street, end at City Hall and Winfield Scott Plaza. For more information, call 908-220-6113. If you need any more information concerning these events or any other events, please call our Public Information Office at 908-820-4124. Please stay with us after these brief messages. We'll be back with members from the Food Bazaar.
Sometimes you learn by helping others learn. Kane University.
Welcome back to Our City. I'm pleased to be joined by Mr. Edward Suh, the Vice President, and Ms. Suzanne Kuchin, the Director of Marketing Development for Food Bazaar. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you.
Thank you for having
So first of all, tell us views about yourself. Susan, we'll start with you. You've been a foodie, Ed told me before the show started.
Yes, I have. That's what brought me to Food Bazaar. I love food. I love exotic food. I love trying different things. And so I've been with the company now 10 years, and I love it.
And Ed, you're a Vice President of Food Bazaar Supermarket. How long are you there?
I've been there for 5 years now.
And what's your role with as a Vice President of Food Bazaar?
Executive Vice President, just oversee the whole operation and the administrative side of it, and making sure things are going smooth.
Now, do you run just the Elizabeth store, or do you run different stores too?
We have 22 stores total, and Suzanne and I work out of the main office, servicing all of the stores.
All of the stores.
Yes.
So Edward, what is the relationship between Bogopah Company and Food Bazaar?
Bogopah is the parent company of Food Bazaar Supermarket. As mentioned, we own and operate 22 in New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. And Bogopah in Korean means yearning for you. Yearning for you, meaning your home, your homeland. And that's what we try to offer at Food Bazaar. And we try to offer through food and items, we try to give them a taste of back home, whoever we are catering to.
So back home could be anybody with the food we're about to get into.
Absolutely.
Doesn't necessarily mean Korean.
Absolutely.
It could be anywhere.
Absolutely.
And so what made Food Bazaar pick the city of Elizabeth if you have 22 locations?
You know, we've been looking at Elizabeth for years now. We love the community. We love the diversity of the community. We feel that it's energetic and vibrant, and it's a good place for Food Bazaar to be.
Suzanne, you brought a whole bunch of food here.
Yes.
And you tell me you've tasted almost everything.
Almost everything.
So why don't we start with this?
Okay. So we have. So you didn't know what this was, right?
I didn't know in the beginning of the show until you explained it to me.
Exactly. This is
Explain
sugar
it to our
cane.
viewers.
So sugar cane. This is when you drink your coffee in the morning, and you put that sugar in your cup. This is where it actually started from. Well, this is where they originally made sugar from, sugar cane. So a lot of people from Central America will actually take this and they'll just strip the skin off, cut it up, and chew it. And it's a delicious natural dessert. This is like nature's dessert.
Just like this?
Just like this.
Wow. And this thing here, you told me, is good for sunburn.
Yep, aloe. So, even in the drugstore you go and you'll get like aloe vera gel. You put that on after you get a big sunburn. You don't need that. Just get yourself a nice aloe vera leaf. And then you just, cut it. Usually what I do is I have a plant at home, and then I just cut the tip off and I squeeze out the gel. And then, here, I'll even show you. If you see.
Don't get it on
see
your
that?
dress.
No, look at that. So that's aloe vera in its most natural form. So you can put this is great for your skin, it's great for your hair. You can put this actually into the blender and blend it up. And if you don't want to go through all the mess, we actually sell it in a bottle already ready for you, and you could see like all that.
You could just drink that?
You could drink it. Yeah, you want to try it? Come on, just try it. It's good for you. It's good as a digestive.
My staff didn't tell me
It's
they've been trying different foods.
It's actually very delicious, and it's great for you. So if you have any kind of, what do you think?
Tasty.
Tasty, right? Yeah. People swear by this. My mom, she'll drink this like by the big bottles because it's great for your digestion. If you have any acid reflux problems, if you have digestive issues, you could definitely drink this. So I'm going to leave that for you, Mayor.
I guess so, since I'm the one that drank it.
That's right.
So Ed, before we get into more food, what would you say is the #1 resource of Food Bazaar?
For us, it's definitely our employees. We have a very diverse workforce, and that allows us to offer the diverse selection of items that we do in any of our Food Bazaar locations. So, and we wouldn't be able to do, or operate the business without them. So it's definitely our employees who are.
And you've hired some Elizabeth residents?
Absolutely, we've hired over 100 Elizabeth residents at our Elizabeth store. So we're very excited about that.
Suzanne, somebody told me that there's Cactus on here.
Oh, yeah.
And you can serve it with shrimp. Explain that to me. You want to grab the
Delicious,
Cactus?
sure. So we have cactus in two ways here. So we have the actual cactus in its natural form. So you'll see this growing, in the deserts and stuff. Just be careful. The corner, you see the sharp
On the
little
corner here,
needles.
right?
Yeah, you see the needles. So these grow, you'll see this like all over the Southwest and stuff. And then these are the cactus fruit actually that grow on them, and you eat this too. So this is cactus pear, it's called. So this, I love to buy this, and I clean it up. I take off all the little needles, and then I'll grill it, chop it up, put it in with I'll have a taco, I'll grill some shrimp, and I'll even make like a pico de gallo with some cilantro, tomato, lemon, put that in there. Delicious with some.
Where do you live? So is it close? I mean,
come on over,
Jeez.
definitely. But if this is too much work for you too, we also sell it in jars. So you don't have to go through all the work of like peeling and all that stuff, but I prefer the real thing.
so you can sell it in a jar, and you were talking about adding that to a shrimp dish?
Yeah, so that's a lot of people use it for like in a taco and with shrimp, with grilled meat. You could put it with scrambled eggs. People eat that with scrambled eggs even. Mexican people really like to eat it like that. So it's it spruces up your regular eggs.
And if Donald Trump has his way, they won't be eating that for long, right?
Right.
Just kidding. That was a political statement. Sorry about that. Oh, so you told me before the show you're of Polish heritage.
Yes.
And I just picked up something that says Old Polish Style Salad.
Yes.
So tell me about old. So you don't only have South American food or
No.
Korean food. Old staples from Europe.
Yeah, so depending on the neighborhoods that we're in, if, we have a lot, our core foods are Hispanic and Caribbean, but then again, if we have, Polish people in the neighborhood or Korean people in the neighborhood, whatever ethnic group will also carry their foods. So, if people like around here, there's some Polish neighborhood, it's a Polish customers, so we have like a whole section of all their Polish foods. And so this is one thing I brought up.
Well, we have a large Polish population, Elizabeth.
Exactly.
And
So
when Elizabeth was settled, the Polish people were instrumental in settling Elizabeth hundreds of years ago. So what is Old Polish? What is in there?
So cabbage. This is made up of cabbage and carrots, and it's like a coleslaw, like the Polish version of like a coleslaw. And this would be
served cold?
Yeah, served with like your kielbasa and your, So yeah, this is delicious. This is something common that you would find, in a Polish home.
So find me a Korean food, Ed, here, since you're Korean. We got to talk about a Korean food, Ed. Is it one of your favorites or no?
No, this is definitely not one of my favorites,
Not one
but
of your
it's
favorites.
Korean ginseng drink.
Okay.
This also has a lot of healthy qualities, I guess, if you drink it. I don't think you're going to want to try this one.
No. If you say no, then I'm not
good.
gonna.
It's
But
good
it's-
like it,
for
though.
you. I like it. I
This one
bought
has
it.
honey to kind of...
Yeah,
Let's
it's
listen
better.
to the Korean guy. He said no, and
No, I mean, this one I haven't tried personally, but it's with honey, so I'm guessing it's tasty. But this is one of the Korean items that we do carry as well in the Elizabeth Food Bazaar. All these items we went shopping before we came here.
I could tell.
Yeah.
So give me a if I was in Korea, what would be the main dish? What is something that I would order in a Korean restaurant?
If you like meat, it's called kalbi. It's marinated short rib, barbecues. It's barbecued right at the table typically, and
I actually made that for dinner last night.
Did you?
I did.
When I was in the
Coffee
restaurant,
last night.
when I was in the food bazaar, which we didn't tell the voters, the residents where it's located on the old Pathmark store on Elmore Avenue and Grant Street. When I was there for the ribbon cutting, I went back to the butcher area, and they would cut things to order. Correct?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
We offer complimentary custom cut meats. If you buy a whole oxtail and you want it sliced a 1/4 inch versus an inch or 2 inches thick, our butchers will do that on site. And we also will cut a whole rib for you exactly the way you want it, all free of charge.
So if I go in there and say, listen, I want 4 porterhouse steaks and I want them cut to this thickness, you'll cut them to that thickness?
Absolutely.
For the grilling purposes. Okay. So Suzanne, pick another one here.
All right, so let's see. We've
I figured you had to
got-
work something in Polish since you're Polish, right?
Of course, I had to. So the diversity of products. I mean, these are just some examples, right? We have everything from like mango chutney to, oh, this is my favorite, jerk seasoning. I don't know if you like spicy, but I love spicy food. And this is one of my favorites, spur tree jerk seasoning. You put this on chicken and this brings your chicken up to a whole new level. You know,
Really?
you just put this on, I stick it in the oven for like 45 minutes on, 350. Delicious, delicious. You'll be like,
And what
Just-
what ethnicity is
that's
that?
Jamaican.
That's Jamaican.
Yeah, and that to me is the best jerk seasoning. Here's something too, tamarind. Have you ever seen tamarind?
No.
This is
I'm not going to tell you what this looks like.
I know, and actually that'll help you to move everything. So this is delicious. It's a little messy, but look at this. All you do is peel it, and then you eat it, right? And it is quite delicious. This one's sweet. Some of them are sour, but look at this. And you just sit there and you'll sorry, I'm making
That's
a mess.
all right.
You just eat this, and I mean, it's really good. I don't
Go
know how
ahead.
adventurous you are, but
No, but
I
you
mean,
try it.
oh, you want me to try it? It's like candy. Very good. You get the tart, you get the sweet. See that? And that's nature's candy. This is
I went to wine school. I would much rather be sampling wines, I think, sometimes.
I'm sorry.
A lot of this food would probably go good with wines, too, right?
Definitely. Wow, I'm really
gonna drink some
enjoying
water
this.
after
Yeah, I know. It's that tartness, right? So not only do we have like all of this stuff, we have our own Bogota private label items too. So you'll like see our label. We have like all the private.
So let
label
me ask
stuff.
you about the
so
questions,
regular
yeah.
food and exotic.
Right, so since we have a lot of this food, tell me, is there anything that a customer has come in and you didn't have and they asked for it?
If they do,
You go get it?
we get it. That's what we like to do. We tell customers, if you can't find something, let us know and we'll bring it in for you.
Really?
And that's the great thing about having such a diverse workforce and hiring employees from within the community, because they are our shoppers as well and our customers, and they'll tell us, hey, we don't have this, or their friends or family will stop in and they'll say, we don't have this, can you guys try to get it? And through the 28 years of being in business, we've become pretty good at sourcing.
So what was the
and
vision
finding-
for Food Bazaar? The president, the founder, what was his eventual vision when he started the first store?
When he started the first store, we've always gone by the name Bogota, yearning for you, always trying to maintain a connection with your homeland, right? The late founder, Francis An, he immigrated from South Korea to Argentina. He lived there. He became a part of the community. He fell in love with the community and the foods and the people before he came to the United States. And our first store was in Queens, New York, which is in and of itself a very diverse community. But he felt that there were a lot of flavors, spices, ingredients, and foods that were lacking that he missed in Argentina and from Korea. So he decided, with that being a priority, Food Bazaar was started. And that's why we've...
And you've grown from Queens since then.
Absolutely.
Right. So where were you before this? Because you seem to be having a lot of fun here.
I am. I really
know.
am.
So were you always in food?
I was in education. I was a teacher, a bilingual teacher. I speak Spanish as well as Polish. And so, and when I was looking, I came back. I was teaching in Massachusetts. I came back to New York. When I saw this job posting, I was like, food and training. Two things I love. So it just was a no-brainer. I said, I'm going to give it a try, and I've loved it.
So you got it, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and what made you get into this type of industry?
You know, this opportunity kind of presented itself. Before this, I was a prosecutor at the Queens DA's office, and I actually investigated a case that they had with them, not against them.
Okay.
Where they were the victim.
They were the victim.
Yeah, and you know, I was asked to join, come on board, and since then I've served in many capacities. First as general counsel, and then in other areas of the corporate office.
So, Ed, you would say the relationship between Bogopá and Food Bazaar and communities is strong.
Absolutely, that is one of the top priorities for us. We are a part of the community. Any community that we're in, we like to become a part of it. We like to give back, and we like to embrace the community as well.
Now, when we cut the ribbon, you donated, was it 15,000 pounds of food? What
20
was it?
tons.
20 tons of food, which is a remarkable amount of number. The Community Food Bank in Hillside,
Yes.
which is one of the areas in this neighborhood that does well.
Right.
So, does that continue? Do you look to work with food banks, not only in our region, but
Absolutely.
You do.
That's just the start. You know, we want to develop a long relationship with the city of Elizabeth. We donate in other jurisdictions to food banks and homeless shelters, and that is one of the most joyous acts to do for Suzanne and myself.
Well, I really want to welcome you once again to the city of Elizabeth. I enjoyed the ribbon cutting. I enjoyed being there that day and meeting a lot of the folks. The store looks absolutely beautiful. You have the underground parking. I don't know if you use that or not, but you have a lot of space, and I just look forward to being great corporate neighbors for many years to come. And thank you for your commitment to Elizabeth.
And
Thank you, Mayor.
Thanks for sharing some of these great stories about the food.
Yeah, come by and we'll let you try some more stuff.
I'm gonna try this again. So, for Ed and Suzanne at Bogopá and Food Bazaar, please stay with us after these messages. We'll be back with more on Our City.